Hello children, hope you all are enjoying the virtual classes. How the things are going on? Are you happy? Feeling energetic? So drink plenty of water and have food and stay healthy and happy at home. I am very happy to say that you all have watched the previous class video and many of you have sent the homeworks. So keep watching the videos. Now, in the previous class, we have discussed about the cross section of leaf, but you are not familiar with how to take a section of leaf, because in the 8th standard we have done the practical with the root. So it is quite easy to take a cross section of a root. You have seen it, but it is not that easy to take the cross section of a leaf. So you may be having a doubt how to take the cross section of a leaf. For that I will just demonstrate how to take the cross section of a leaf. Preparing an observation material, we require certain materials. So what are the materials? Let us recollect it once again. And they are leaf. Definitely we need leaf. Then we need a blade. Then the stain, saffron stain we need. Then a glass slide. Then a brush. Then watch glass, water, glycerin for preventing the dehydration of the material. The materials we require for making an observation material. Now let us see how to take the cross section of a leaf. So for this we will take a small piece of leaf like this, and the pith, that is, here I am using a small piece of potato. Now I am going to make a cut in this potato like this. See, like this I have made a cut. So you have to be very careful, because otherwise we may get hurt with the blade. Now we have to insert the leaf into this cut like this. And now it is easy to take the cross section of the leaf like this. I will show you how to take. So along with the potato we will get the thin sections of leaf like this. Can you see? So 2-3 sections we will take. Okay, like this. So like this we can easily take the cross sections of a leaf, and the same procedure, that how to make a section of root, or how we will prepare the root cell. The same manner we can prepare the slide of a leaf section also. Using the stain, we can stain the cross section of leaf, and the same procedure we can do, so that we can prepare the slide of a cross section of leaf. So hope you all have understood how to take the cross section of a leaf. Now we will come back to the portions. In the previous class we were discussing, the last topic we were discussing about the how do plants acquire the factors required for photosynthesis, and we had discussed about chlorophyll, where is chlorophyll present, what is the purpose of chlorophyll in the leaves. All those things we have discussed. Now I want to tell you one more important thing. In the previous class you understood that more number of chloroplasts are seen on the upper part of a leaf. One more reason is there for that, because if more chloroplasts are there, the leaves can absorb more sunlight, so that the rate of photosynthesis will increase. The rate of photosynthesis increase or decrease according to the intensity of sunlight. So for absorbing more sunlight, more number of chloroplasts are seen on the upper part of the leaf, so that the upper part is more greener than the lower part. Let us see how do leaves get water along with the carbon dioxide. So from the atmospheric air, carbon dioxide enters the leaf through the minute opening seen on the leaves known as stomata, and the water from the soil enters the root, and from the root the vascular tissue xylem conducts water to the leaves. So now all the factors required for photosynthesis are ready. Now the plant is ready for photosynthesis. So let us discuss about the chemistry of photosynthesis. So what is chemistry? You all know that what is chemistry. Chemistry is full of atoms, molecules, elements and their reactions. So when they react each other, a new compound is formed there. For example, when two molecules of hydrogen reacts with one molecule of oxygen, water is formed. So water is a new compound there, isn't it? In the same manner, in photosynthesis also there is a chemistry. There is a chemistry of some compounds. So let us see the chemistry of photosynthesis. So you all know that the location for photosynthesis is chloroplast. And photosynthesis consists of two stages, light phase and dark phase. So light phase is light dependent and dark phase is light independent. So light phase is taking place in the grana of the chloroplast and dark phase is taking place in the stroma of the chloroplast. So in light phase and dark phase, there are many chemical reactions take place or chemical process taking place. So first let us see what are the important chemical process take place during light phase. So the first important reaction is the water splits and oxygen is released and hydrogen reaches the stroma. Then the next important process is light energy absorbed by the grana, the pigments in the grana is converted to chemical energy and stored in ATP. So have you heard about ATP? You know what is ATP? ATP is adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. So in all living beings, the chemical energy is stored in ATP. And you know that there are many metabolic activities are taking place in our cell. So the availability of energy must be ensured. So we get the energy. We as well as all the living beings get the energy from the ATP molecules. The chemical energy stored in the ATP molecules. So when ATP molecules break down, energy is released and this energy is being utilized for metabolic activities. And when ATP breaks down, ATP is adenosine triphosphate. 3 phosphate bonds are there. So when it breaks down, 1 phosphate bond is released. and the ATP becomes ADP and phosphate. ADP is adenosine diphosphate. It consists of only 2 phosphate bonds. And when the ADP restore energy, it again is converted back to ATP. So here ATP molecule is used to transact energy. So in our day-to-day life, we use currency, money for transaction, isn't it? So here ATP is used for transaction of energy. It is known as the energy currency of the cells. So hope you have understood about ATP. So in our body, the energy that we get from the food is chemical energy, and it is stored in the form of ATP molecules. So that's about ATP molecules. Now we have completed the light phase, and of course light phase is light dependent, so light is used in light phase. When we come to the second stage, dark phase, it is taking place in the stroma of the chloroplast, and the main process take place in stroma is the synthesis of glucose. The hydrogen which is already reached the stroma when the water splits combines with the carbon dioxide using the energy in the ATP and synthesize glucose. And this phase is light independent, so light is not used in dark phase. And one more important thing is the dark phase follows the light phase. When the light phase completed, immediately after that the dark phase takes place. And both the light phase and dark phase taking place during daytime. Dark phase means it is not taking place during night. Both light phase and dark phase taking place during the daytime. When the availability of sunlight decreases, the light phase stops, hence the dark phase also stops. The complex chemical reactions in the dark phase was discovered by the scientist Melvin Calvin. So in order to honor him, the dark phase is also known as Calvin cycle, and he has got Nobel Prize in 1961 for this discovery. So that's all about the chemistry in photosynthesis. Now let us write, if a chemical reaction takes place, definitely we have to write a chemical equation also. So let us see how to write the chemical equation of a photosynthesis. So we need carbon dioxide, water. When they combine together, glucose is formed. So for making one molecule of glucose, 6 carbon dioxide molecules and 6 water molecules are required. So when 6 molecules of carbon dioxide combines with the 6 molecules of water, 1 molecule of glucose is formed, and along with that 6 molecules of oxygen is also formed as byproduct. Now let us write the chemical equation like this. 6CO2 plus 6H2O gives C6H12O6, that is glucose, plus 6O2, and this process taking place in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. So this is how we have to write the chemical equation of a photosynthesis. So all these complex chemical process or chemical reactions involved in photosynthesis was unfolded after long years of study and experimentation by the scientist. And even today, photosynthesis is it's an inspiring area of research. Many scientists are still researching about photosynthesis. So here is an activity, that is, you have to collect more information about the researches going on in the area photosynthesis. So I'll help you what you have to do. Actually, using this informations, you have to make a science edition. And I'll give you some clues, or I'll give you some details about scientists who had involved in the research about photosynthesis. One is the scientist Joseph Priestley, and he invented that oxygen is evolved during photosynthesis. And the next one is Van Niel, the scientist Van Niel, and he found that water is the source of oxygen which is released during photosynthesis. And of course, the scientist Melvin Calvin, he found or he discovered the complex cyclic chemical reactions take place during dark phase. So these are some of the examples. Like this, there are many scientists who had involved in the researches about photosynthesis. So collect more information about them and make a science edition. This is an activity for you for the next class. Now we have to summarize the photosynthesis. For summarizing photosynthesis, a table has given in the textbook. So we have to complete it. So in the table you can see the indicators: light phase, dark phase. And below the indicators you can see location, action, products, necessity of light, ATP. So let us complete this table. So the location for light phase is grana and dark phase is stroma. See, note down this in the file. When I am explaining, you can note down. That time itself you can note down in the file. Then action. The main process or the main action in the light phase is water splits and oxygen is released and hydrogen reaches the stroma. And in the dark phase, the hydrogen combines with the carbon dioxide and synthesizes glucose by using the energy in the ATP. Then the products. In the light phase, the products are hydrogen and oxygen, and the dark phase, glucose. Necessity of light. Light phase, light is required. Dark phase, light is not required. And ATP, it is formed in the light phase, and in dark phase it is utilized. That is, for synthesizing glucose, energy is needed, and energy from ATP is utilized for the synthesis of glucose. So in dark phase ATP is utilized. So draw this table and fill it and write it in the file, and it is very important. You have to study this. So dear children, hope you all have understood the topics we have discussed in this class. And if you have any doubt when you come across the video, you can call me at any time. I will be clarify your doubts. So we'll meet in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.